got to tell you, this thing is so far out of hand, and I didn't even have the slightest idea what I was getting into when John took me out of after Brett sold Shady Oaks, and
Lloyd, a 78-year-old veteran, contacted me asking me to save him, literally rescue him, as he fears for his life from none other than LIEnette. Lloyd is a resident of Otter Creek who is living at the Shady Oaks campground, who was then scammed and conned by Crook and LIEnette to move over on Turd Purgatory illegally. And you're going to hear from his own mouth how they conned him, took his money, and did horrific things to children.
I had a problem. I got a brother, Peter Campbell, over there that's a drug addict and alcoholic, and he's just no one in the family speaks to him anymore. It's only been in the last couple of months that I've become aware of all this stuff that's happening with you and LIEnette is a good name. That woman needs to be evaluated by a psychiatrist. If somebody could get her Baker acted or something. If you could see all of the texts that she sends to me. I gave her grandson your number yesterday. I don't know if he contacted you or not.
He did.
Okay, because what she was doing to these three kids, they're all 18, but what she did to them was she got them down here from Iowa under false pretenses. The same thing that John did with me. And it just that they're good kids. And what happened was I stood up to let them out of the trailer, and my toe got stuck in a rug, and I fell backwards. I fall down occasionally because my balance is off, but
that's where you broke. That's how. Yeah, that's how you broke your hip, right? Because right before then, the conversation was between Rex, I, and Brett, and we were gonna rescue you. We were gonna get you out of there as soon as possible. And then all of a sudden, the ambulance was there, and you were in the hospital with a busted hip.
Yeah, I got a total right hip replacement, and I'm out here at Tri-County Nursing Homes in Trenton, and Tuesday they're putting me in a wheelchair and taking me back to Gainesville to see the surgeon that operated on me, and then they're bringing me right back here, and then Friday, a week from tomorrow, they're discharging me because my insurance is running out. So I don't know what kind of condition I'm going to be in, but to go back there by myself is like committing suicide.
So
this woman, I need somebody to come drag that out of there. And Brett said something about a schoolhouse or something, and they could hook it up. And he said he had somebody who would give me $5,000 for it, which I didn't really want to take, but now I am certainly willing to do that. And it's a hell of a deal for somebody because there's a lot of stuff in there, 2 Vizio, smart TVs, all kinds of tools and stuff that I'm leaving. It's going with the RV. I am concentrating. My daughter has finally convinced me to just concentrate on getting back to Massachusetts to where she's at.
Well, let's back up a little bit. How did they con you into coming in on the property? And I hope you're aware that John has put videos out claiming that he's buying your camper for $1, or actually, I believe the video states that he already owns it for $1. But how'd they con you to get on the property?
I had to get away from my brother. He was supposed to be. I'm just an easy touch, I guess. You know, I was living in Naples for 33 years and been through many hurricanes, and Hurricane Ian wiped me out. And my rent went from $750 a month to $1,650 a month. I only get $1,300 a month from Social Security. So my brother said he would help me. So I went into my savings and I found this RV or fifth wheel in Williston, and they delivered it to Brett's place. And then Brett drove down there with his trailer and emptied my storage unit and brought it back up here. And then my brother just never turned out to do anything that he said he would do, and I gave him a bunch of money, and I just had to get away from him because he was.
I understand.
It was just torturing me.
I
And then
understand.
along comes John, and plays me for a sucker and gets me over there.
What did John tell you? How'd he play you a sucker? How'd he con you?
Just by saying that he would help me to get me out of there, and I believed him, and he did get me out of there. He had the kid that I don't know whether it's Rex's son or.
Yeah, he had Rex's son move your camper over onto the property, which I don't know if you're aware of this, that camper is parked illegally based on county statutes. But so did you tell him you were going to sell him the camper for $1?
No, I did not. He said to me that he told people that that's what was going to happen, but not to worry about it. But initially, I was planning if it came to.
Wait, pause, back up. John told you that he did make a video and said that to everybody, but he told you not to worry about it. So he's lying about owning it for $1.
Yes, but he did not tell me he made a video.
Oh, yeah.
He told me he just owed somebody that.
No, he's got a full video on Facebook.
Okay, well, I don't know I know how to dial and answer my phone and Google something, and that is it. You know, I'm a dummy when it comes to that. I don't know how to work a computer. It's a miracle I can even work the phone a little bit, but I can. So I said to him that if I decide to go back to Massachusetts or come up with some other plan, if I can sell the camper to him, I will. But I would have to take payments because they don't have any money.
Yeah.
She owes me $140 right now that she borrowed 2 months ago and hasn't paid me back.
Would she borrow that money for, to pay the taxes?
No, she borrowed $549 from me before that to pay the taxes. And then she paid me back $400 of it, and John paid back the rest. And right after, the day after they paid that back to me, she borrowed $140 from me to get her Medicaid, whatever the hell it was, her anxiety drugs. And she still hasn't paid me back that $140. So
that's shocking considering people have sent her thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for her legal fees. And she hasn't given you $140 back?
No, I don't think they know how to manage money, period, because I had a bunch of tools that I brought with me, a lot of them brand new, and I suffering from these dizzy spells and vertigo and stuff, and I realized I'm never going to be able to do the trim carpentry again. So John sold all those tools for me online, which amounted to about $1,200 at half price, and I told him to keep the money to use for legal fees. Yeah, I know, but see, I had no idea what was going on. That's why I'm trying to tell you. I haven't even watched any of your videos.
Yeah.
Now
you're begging for help to save you, and you're scared for your life.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that I just want to get that out of there. Hopefully, get the $5,000 for it. I'm going to ship my car, have them come and pick it up and deliver it at my daughter's house, and I'm going to get on a plane in a wheelchair like a kid and be escorted and get up there and just be happy that I got there. I'm not asking for any money, but I've seen her do with that child. She might be taking care of the child medically, but she's no mother. She uses the child
for money.
Yeah, I guess so, but she uses the child where she only lets that child out of that camper or the shed, depending on where she's living at the moment, for like an hour a day. And she uses that child as a form of reward and punishment to, if she's pissed off at John, which is every day, 24/7. And she's constantly saying, she was in front of the little girl, and the first time they started arguing, Uh, when when Harley gets let out of that shed or the camper, she runs right over to me. I don't know if I sent you a picture of her sitting next to me in the chair.
Yeah, you sent me a couple pictures. Yes,
I'll look at them.
yes, you did.
I'll look at them again because see, that's something I don't know how to do. Is two things at once on the phone.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you. I got no way of knowing how to look for anything else. But when that child comes out of the shed and she sees me, her face lights up. She runs to me, not John, and she squeezes her little butt right down next to me in that chair. I read to her. I bought her clothes. I bought her games. I fixed her back truck twice. Her father doesn't do jack shit with her. All they do is yell at the child. And another strange thing, she's 4 years old. In spite of me seeing her slapped around and knocked around and thrown across the room, I've never seen the child cry once. Not once.
Have you witnessed LIEnette and Crook, John Crook, hitting her?
I've never seen John hit her. I don't believe he does, but she does.
Yeah.
In fact, a couple of weeks ago, Harley smacked LIEnette in the face.
Because LIEnette's always smacking her in the face and in the head. It's a constant thing. All the residents of Otter Creek have witnessed it.
Okay, well, I've seen it, and I mean, I'll swear to it, and like I said, I'm not asking you for any money. I just need help getting that. And I've got in the house that isn't finished. I've got a 10-inch table on there. I've got stuff everywhere. I think he's stolen things from me too, but I can't prove it, Well, I let those kids stay in my camper while I was in here because she had them in the shed, and there's no air conditioning, and she's just abusing these kids, and they're doing everything for her, but they're getting out of here hopefully tomorrow. But when I fell down and broke my hip, they were right there in the room, and they called the ambulance or whatever. And I had left $300 that was kind of hidden on top of the table that I always sit at. And I asked Landon to check, to look through everything, and he said it was gone. Now, Landon came with her a few days ago to visit me here. I gave her my U card, which is I have both Medicaid and Medicare, and I have a dual complete healthcare plan with United Healthcare. I gave her my U card to use so she could pay the electricity and get food and stuff with it. There's $270 on it. I just gave it to her.
How is she not paying electricity when these people are sending her thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for her? How's she not paying electricity?
Jeremy, I have no idea whatsoever. All I know is that she's getting really nasty with me, and I'm done with it. She texts me constantly about how the kids are mistreating her and that I don't listen to her, and I can't take it anymore. I have to get the hell out of there, and I don't know how to do it. I just don't know. That's why I'm talking to you.
Well,
like I said,
there's no problem with that. There's no problem getting you out of there. There are people in Otter Creek, the good people of Otter Creek are ready to come in and to get you out of there and frankly to save you from the hazards. And the way I've been told, you're afraid for your life. That's what I've been told per you.
Yeah. Yes. I'm telling you, this thing is heated up so bad because she has a key. When I first moved in there, I gave John a key to my car and the fifth wheel in case of emergency. And he told me, okay, he locked him up in his safe. So at one point here, I was sent to the hospital in I don't know whether it was an ambulance or probably was, from Chiefland Medical. My primary care doctor, Sarah Muchlechner, is there, and I couldn't even stand up. And what happened was I had no magnesium, no electrolytes when they did blood work on me, so they kept me there for a while. And John went and picked up my car because that was parked in front of Chiefland Medical. And he told me that he kept a key to my RV in a safe. Well, it turns out when I went into the hospital with my busted hip, I gave the key that I had to Landon. And I told him to keep that RV fifth wheel locked. I don't want Michelle in there at all because I don't know what she'll do. And he said he would. Well, come to find out, she told Landon he didn't need to lock it because she had a key to get in. And this I only found out a few days ago. So she's been, when they're not there, she probably stole the $300. I don't think the kids did. You know,
Somebody did, and I wouldn't put it past her. I mean, they're thieves. They're scam artists, con artists, thieves.
Now I see this, and I do not believe. I got along great with these kids. They're 18 years old. They're full of life. I get that, but they're not little kids, and that's how she treats them, like they're 10 years old. You know, she works them to death, doing all this crap around there. I even said to her, why don't you clean the place up? You got spraying everywhere in the yard. At least it'll look good for Department of Child and Family Services if they come and see that you cleaned it up a little bit. It's just terrible what she's doing. She's no parent. She has no parenting skills. She feels that every man, she will not leave Harley alone with me or John, period. Because she's afraid that we'll see, and that's what she told me.
That's horrible.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's just absolutely horrible. And you realize that once she doesn't get her way with somebody, she starts calling them racist and starts.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've seen the pattern already. She's done this to her entire family. She's done this to me. Do you realize she's going to do this to you next? So we can get you out of there and we can get you safe. You have to be ready that she's going to verbally attack you. She's going to start saying that you did things against Harley or her. And you have to be ready to defend yourself. But reality is you're going to go to Massachusetts and be with your family. You need to be out of that toxicity. That is a very dangerous place to be.
Yeah. So how are we going to do that? Because the RV is there and my car is there.
Well, we already got a plan.
Okay.
We already have a plan. I've got more questions for you before I share that whole plan with you. So are you willing to contact Children's Services and tell them what you've already told me? You've witnessed her hitting with a hand in the head, in the face. Are you willing to actually contact Children's Services and share that with them to protect Harley? This is the most important thing, is protecting Harley.
I agree, and that's why I'm doing this. But I'm going to need, it might sound silly to you, but I want somebody sitting next to me when I contact them so I don't screw something up.
Well, I will make sure. If it has to be me personally, I will fly down, but I have other helpers ready to help you.
That's fine. You don't have to be here as long as, I'm sure you got people working for you. I just need to feel safe, and I'm not going to feel safe until my car and that RV is out of there. And one thing I can tell you is you face their property where they attach that gate to a pole.
Yes.
That pole John had to pull that pole out of the ground to get the RV in there, and it's going to have to come out to get it out of there. It's not cemented in.
Okay.
I believe a couple of guys could just pick it up and get it out of the way.
Okay.
But I have an antenna that's attached to the side of my RV that is going to have to be taken down.
That's not a problem. I wanna focus on Harley. Have you seen anything else that Children's Services should know in regards to what's going on with Harley?
She has a little training toilet, I think.
In the shed?
I've never seen her use. I don't know where it is. It was outside between our two campers a couple of weeks ago, and Michelle said that she's being trained to go on the regular toilet.
Outside
That's
in
all
the
I
middle where anybody can drive by and see a 4-year-old? I mean,
No,
that's not appropriate,
no,
Lloyd.
no. I have not seen the child go to the bathroom out there. I have seen the child running around naked out there,
Okay.
totally naked,
So
just
you,
with that feeding tube that she's got, whatever you call that.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the only thing that you could see. The rest of her body was stark raving naked. She just runs out. If she can run out of that shed or the right now, I believe Michelle is living in the camper with Harley. But anytime that she can get out of there, she runs out the
Yeah.
door, whether she's naked or not.
Because she's being trapped.
Yeah, some days she doesn't get out of there at all. If Michelle has to go to Walmart or something, she puts Harley in the truck and leaves her in the truck for probably 10 or 20 minutes. I don't know if it's running or not, but it's hot out before. If she says she's going to Walmart at 10 o'clock, she doesn't get out of here till noon. She's constantly running around yelling and screaming and on her phone. It's just pathetic. Thank you, man. It's pathetic, man. I can't. It's driving me crazy. I can't sleep. I'm in this pain. I don't know what kind of condition I'm going to be in come next Friday, a week from tomorrow. But that's when somebody's going to have to come and pick me up. And John told me he's supposed to get out of jail tomorrow.
Why did John say that? Did he tell you how he's getting out of jail?
No, he just called me. I put. He called. I tried to put $20 in, or Michelle tried to put $20 in his account when they came to visit me. John called me on somebody else's money, I guess, and said the money never made it to his account, the $23, but they took it out of my account. So I don't know, and I'm not going to follow up on this. I don't give a $23. I don't want to talk to anybody. I want to get out of there.
You want
I
out.
want to do the right thing for the child.
But what you're saying is LIEnette stole the money that you were sending John, and it never got to John.
I'm not saying that. She sat here and put the money in the account at the jail.
Okay.
But I don't know what happened to it. I mean, I saw her do that. I was sitting right next to her, and Landon saw her do it, and then she went out to the car for something, and Landon looked at it, and he said, oh, she screwed this whole thing up. She only put half of your debit card in there, and blah, blah, this, so he supposedly fixed it. But I don't understand all this stuff, I'm a 78-year-old dummy.
Sure, I understand some of the technology can be difficult. So did somebody pay John Crook's bail?
I have no idea. He just told me that he was coming home Friday, and he told me this was Wednesday. He told me to tell those kids to get the hell out of my camper because he was coming back Friday and he was going to be on wheels. So
Wait. John told you to tell them to get out. He's kicking them out of your camper?
He told me to call them and tell them to get out of there. And he was pretty verbal about it. And I called up Landon and told him that John told me to tell you guys to get out of there and go back in the shed. That's all I said. But they didn't leave, and I don't blame them for leaving. I wanted them to stay there until I got back there to protect my property from those two assholes. Now, I don't know if they're leaving tomorrow or not because I haven't talked to them today.
They're leaving Saturday. I have 3 people taking them to Tampa Saturday.
Okay. Because, see, once we get through with my business here, we get that out of there. Brett told me that you can move that somewhere where the schoolhouse or something where it can be hooked up and I can stay in it. Until it's either sold. I hope it's sold the first day I'm in there, but I need to stay there just so I can pack up my car and have them come and pick it up and ship it back to Massachusetts. And my daughter will get me a ticket, which I'm going to pay for, a one-way ticket out of Tampa to fly into Bradley Field in Windsor Locks, Connecticut, or Logan in Massachusetts, whichever is cheaper. And then she will come and pick me up, and I'll be all done.
Yeah, and that's what you need. You need to protect yourself. What makes you fear for your life? What do you think she's going to do to you?
I have no idea. You know, she has a gun. She didn't give the gun when they came to arrest John. They gave him, he has 2 pistols, and they gave both of those to the sheriff's department, but she has her own gun. It's a Ruger LCP 9mm, and I know because I cleaned it for her when it first got here. And she keeps that. She has that with her all the time.
Which, if John is actually released, John will not be allowed to be around any firearms. She will have to surrender that. But we both know she's not going to surrender it.
Well, I have 2 firearms that are hidden underneath my bed. And now that I know she's been in there without anybody knowing, as soon as I get back there, I'm going to check and see if they're still there. If they're not there, that means she stole them.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what do you think is so what do you think she's going to do? You think she has the potential to shoot you? Is that what you're sharing with me? Is that your biggest fear?
Yes, because she already said to me, she's been trying to weasel her way. She says the kids have lice, and there's lice and dirt all over my camper, and she wants to go in there with cleaning people and clean the whole thing and do the laundry and all this crap, and wants to give me a deposit toward buying the 5th wheel. And I texted her back. I said, I don't want you anywhere near the inside of that thing. We'll talk about this when I come back there. Stay out of my camper. And I texted her this. And then she kind of backed off a little bit. I said, don't push it. You know, she backed off a little bit, but she's just trying to weasel her way into some way to confiscate that camper.
Absolutely.
I originally was going to let them make payments on it, whatever they could afford, $200 or $300 a month.
You'll never get paid.
4 years, $9 grand. No, we know that now, and that's why I'm talking to you.
So,
aside from the fact that I wouldn't put it past her, she'd be so pissed off at me, thinking that I reneged on this, which is not the case.
So do the kids have lice?
They said no.
But she told you they do.
What?
So LIEnette told you the kids have lice, but the kids say they don't have lice.
That's correct. Now, you've got Landon's number. You call him up and ask him.
I can do that.
Yeah, well, then you'll get a better picture of it, you know?
What else have you witnessed? What else have you witnessed on the property since you've been living there a few months now? What else have you witnessed that you think law enforcement or children's services needs to know?
John, before he went into the jail there, I mean, he is drunk out of his mind and taking the 20 milligram oxycodone that he gets every day. If you talk to him in the morning before 11 o'clock, he's coherent, but by 3 o'clock in the afternoon and sometimes earlier, he falls down, he's stinking drunk, and you can't even carry on a conversation with him. You don't even know what he's talking about. It's just, I go back in the house. I don't even go out anymore and talk to him.
And he's had a firearm with him the entire time in his pocket. That's horrific. That's scary.
Yeah. He's got it's a 38 special. It's a Luger, I'm pretty sure.
And there's a 4-year-old child there.
He just carries it. I've seen him leave it out on the freezer. I've seen him leave that out on the refrigerator with the child running around, and he's drunk.
What else have you seen from her that you think law enforcement or children's services need to know?
Oh boy, just the way she treats the child, the way she treats everybody. But the child is basically a prisoner. There's days go by where she's not allowed out of the camper, period. Uh, Now that these teenagers have been there, it was Pyra's job to watch Harley whenever she could. And then I guess Michelle has accused them, Landon and her, of abusing Harley, pushing her around. She's a freak of nature. So, is there some way you could get her evaluated psychologically? I know there's such a thing as a Baker Act, and you'd have to be a family member. Now, Landon is her grandson, and I told him this the last time we talked, that he could actually do that, get her Baker Acted for fear that she's going to harm herself or somebody else, and they take her in for 72 hours and observe her. But she's a pathological liar, you know. So's my brother. I mean, he's supposed to have been dead 2 years ago. You know, he asked everybody for money, but he was on hospice home care. They were feeding him morphine and oxycodone, and they cut him off because he was supposed to be dead by a certain period of time. You'd never know he was sick if you saw him the way he runs around there. God almighty. I'm just an idiot, I guess. Somebody that I've given.
No, Lloyd, you're another victim of their scamming and their conning. They're pathological liars. They conned you. You're the victim here. So don't feel like this is what she's constantly done. She's even done this in court with a judge. A judge is about to lose his entire career because he fell victim to all of these lies. And now that you've lived on the property, you've seen and witnessed the truth. You're scared for your life.
Yeah.
I'm going to do what I can to help you.
I saved all her text messages to me. So when we sit down with one of your people or whatever, I can give them my phone and they can scroll through all of the text messages.
We'll take it all.
See how her con jobs are working on me.
We'll take it all. We'll use it all in court.
Yeah. Just get that child away from her, my God.
I know. Lloyd, I'm $180,000 in legal fees attempting to protect the child, all the residents of Otter Creek, and the animals. Have you seen any animals die? Misuse and neglect of the animals?
I have a pellet gun with a scope on it that I bought for just so do some target shooting, just thinking, you know.
Sure.
Well, she has killed 2 roosters with the gun. The funny part about it is the rooster is scared of a pool noodle. So I gave Harley the pool noodle, and she went running after the rooster, screaming at the top of her lungs like some kind of Viking female warrior, chasing the rooster all around the property.
Yeah.
She's fearless, and the child is so smart. So smart.
And LIEnette is holding her back, her development, her growth. It's sickening.
Yeah.
It's sickening.
Yeah, it is. I'm the only one. I bought her books. I read to her. I bought her clothes. You know, I mean now, and she won't even let Harley come out anymore when I'm out there. She uses it like a form of reward and punishment.
So, is there anything else that stands out that you think somebody should know?
Right at this moment, nothing comes to mind, but it's further we talk or on more occasions, something might come back up, you know, that right now I'm just a little messed up, you know.
Sure.
I'm thoroughly messed up I got to get out of there. You know,
It's dangerous.
yeah.
It's very dangerous. When are you being?
So,
Oh, go ahead. Are you okay?
yeah,
You getting choked up? You okay?
yeah.
Lloyd,
Just
Lloyd, we're gonna help you. Lloyd, we're gonna help you. I promise you, we will get you out of there. We're gonna help you, and we're gonna make sure you're safe. Okay?
okay.
I want you to realize that.
All right, I do now talking to you, but it's going to be Friday a week from tomorrow that I'm getting released from this place.
Okay, so I want you to dry your eyes, and I want you to put a smile on because you're not gonna have to go back there again. We'll make sure that you're no longer a victim of them. So here's the plan. We have people lined up to get the camper out of there. We're going to need a list from you of what else comes out of there, and we're going to have Levy County Sheriff out there doing a standby, and we'll move the vehicle, move the camper. We can move the camper and vehicle to my place at the schoolhouse. We'll make sure that you can get to the Tampa airport. We'll get your vehicle shipped. You know, we'll try and sell the camper for you.
How are you going to get the vehicle?
Well, you said there's keys on the property, right?
John has a key to my car, and I have the other key.
Can I send somebody to get the key from you?
Yes.
Then I can get that, no problem. So what time frame are we looking that you need everything over at the schoolhouse?
Well, when I get out of here, which is a week from tomorrow, I would want one of your people to come and pick me up and take me directly to my camper in my car.
And you don't want it on the property. So here's what
property?
on LIEnette's property.
I don't want anything on her property.
Correct. Okay.
You're telling me you're going to go get. I don't want to have to see them or talk to them.
Agreed. 100%. They've hurt you enough. I get it. They've hurt you enough. I get it. So what I've got to do is I've got to line people up to get with you to get the key to the car to make a plan on the day to remove everything. So I'm gonna work with the healthy, good residents of Otter Creek to make sure we can get the key to your car, make sure that we have a time frame when we're gonna go out. And I can't personally do this right now, unfortunately, because of legalities. But there'll be other people that are already lined up to take care of you and to make sure this is done for you. And so we also are going to need you to be with us on the phone with Levy County Sheriff to do a standby so that she doesn't try shooting anybody as the camper is picked up, removed, the car is picked up and removed, and we need to know what physical items you still have there that need to be removed as well. So I'm going to need a list to work with everybody. And you're going to have to supply that list. You're going to have to supply that list to the sheriff as well so that they know, yes, these people can come take all your stuff out of there.
Okay. Everything that's in the building that isn't finished, that's going to be their house, I don't care about it. I can't make an individual list because I don't know all the shit that's out there. So I would say everything that's on or under the table that's right up against my camper, okay?
Okay.
Everything that's there, tools, whatever, all that's mine. There's underneath the bedroom part of the fifth wheel is a shelving unit that has tote things that you get at Walmart, that I store stuff in.
Sure.
Okay, but I don't know what's in there. But those are all mine. That
Okay.
and the shelving.
And the shelving and totes.
and,
Okay.
and there's a 10-inch table saw that's worth $600. It's in that unfinished house. It's in there, and there's other stuff in there, but it's too much to go through, and I can't. From talking to my daughter, I don't care about it.
You just
The main
want
thing
out.
is to yeah, and there's a cardboard box that is has oh my God, everything that's touching my camper, okay, is belongs to me. The
Okay.
only thing that doesn't, she has a thing that you wheel a kid around in that's parked underneath where my bedroom is from my fifth wheel. But I have a what do you call it that you hold on to and so you don't fall down and you wheel it.
A walker with wheels?
Yes.
Okay.
That'll work. That'll work. Okay. I have that is under there. Okay. Come in.
Okay, so what I'll do is
Hold on 1 second, please.
no problem, Lloyd. This is horrific. This is absolutely horrific. There's
Yeah, it's due when it.
horrible things happening to children
Okay.
and elderly
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
and
All right,
animals.
Jeremy, that was a nurse.
Okay, so why don't you let me get in touch with the people of Otter Creek and start formulating a plan, and then I'll call you back once we have a plan together. Is that okay?
That's fine, but this has to happen before a week from tomorrow.
We're going to make it happen as soon as possible, maybe even this weekend. I'll get on the phone, and they were already prepped like 2 weekends ago. I'll get on the phone and we'll start planning this and try and make it happen this weekend. I'll be back in touch with you, okay?
All right, I'll just leave that up to you. I'm not going to worry about it.
I just want you to sleep, that you're going to be safe. You're not going to have to go back to that property. You're not going to have to interact with her or him, that you're going to be safe and you get some good rest so you can heal.
All right.
All righty?
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
All right, and I'll call you back once I have updates for you, okay, Lloyd?
Yeah, if I don't answer the phone, it means I'm in physical therapy.
Okay. All right.
And then I'll call you, text you when I get out of there, and then you can call or whatever.
Okay, we'll be in touch then.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you, Lloyd. Bye-bye.
Yep, bye-bye.
We're here with Mr. Campbell, and he is going to give me some keys for his vehicle. Is that
Yep.
what it's for?
Yes.
Okay, and then what am I supposed to do with these? I want to make sure I'm doing what you want.
Well, Jeremy said you were coming to pick those up, and that's the key to my vehicle.
Okay.
So Sunday, when you guys come and save my life, you know, that will fit my vehicle that's there.
Okay, so this is to your car, and then
Yeah.
on Sunday we're going to remove the car. Well, not me, but they've made arrangements to move the car and your mobile home.
Yes.
Okay, and you're okay with all of that?
Oh, yeah. I'm very thankful for the help. Get
Okay.
me out of there while I'm still alive.